All right, we should be live.
Are we live? What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 100 of the Toys for Games podcast. This is Wednesday night. Back to Wednesdays. Finally. Feels good. December 14th, 2016. Again, this is episode 100. 100 freaking episodes of this train wreck. We've loved every minute of it. I am one of your hosts, Josh Brown. I am joined by the man who set everything up so eloquently himself, Jason Greer.
Good evening, Josh. How are we doing tonight?
Fantastic, my friend. This has been long awaited. It's crazy that it's finally here. It really is. Joining us tonight, though, not only joining us as the unofficial third member of this podcast by default, he is hosting tonight's show. That's right. Jason and I are going to kick back, put our feet up, loosen the ties a little bit, and not do any work because we have with us Matt Sonnenberg from Skylanders Character List. He's going to be hosting, emceeing, moderating, regulating, punishing at certain times, I'm sure. Matt, what'd you get yourself into?
I have no idea. Since you haven't read any of these questions yet,
No.
You have no idea how much of a third member I am in this.
People love you. We wouldn't have had anybody else for this role. It's going to be fun. This is going to be an AMA style podcast. We're not going to be talking about Toys to Life too much. I don't know what questions are going to be asked, so it may come up, but we're not doing news. We're not doing community question or any of the normal stuff we normally would. Banter, that's out the window. We don't have time for that kind of stuff tonight, Matt. We asked everybody to write in with emails with questions for us. Anything people want to know about us specifically, about the show, about the community, about anything that they are curious about. You have been getting all the emails, Matt. I hope there's some good ones in here.
Yeah, there will definitely be some good ones. Not everybody precisely followed the rules of the emails either.
Yeah,
but
that's our community in a nutshell.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
Yep. But that's just gonna it kind of breaks up my episode very nicely. So
Perfect.
We'll see how it goes.
Also, big shout out to the Christmas lights behind you.
Big shout out to my wife for those.
She's the best.
Yes.
That's a fantastic idea. They're looking real nice.
Yeah, so I knew I needed to use my main computer for this show instead of like my laptop or something like that. So I couldn't move the computer as easily. So we went with fancy backdrop.
Yeah, it looks great. It fits tonight's atmosphere perfectly, I think. Jason, your collecting room is looking fabulous as always.
Thank you.
Not much has been added to it recently, though.
No, I've been modifying it around a little bit, moving stuff around. So, what's the word I'm looking for? Not compressing, but slimming down the collection a little bit, making it a little bit more focused. So,
Sure.
Moving stuff around. So
Yeah,
it's
makes sense.
the backdrop. I just like the Tsum Tsum wall. I just can't touch.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, if you do, it's all gonna just fall out. So
that's what I'm afraid of. I'm gonna touch one thing. It's just.
yeah.
I think I will if I ever take it down. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all the Tsum Tsums up and at like one time just like slap them and just like go crazy.
Just start playing. Just pull one out, at a time to see how long it takes before they all just collapse.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to say before we get
Yes.
started,
Mhm.
I was struggling with wardrobe tonight,
Okay.
but I did settle on a shirt
Okay.
because I feel like it's fitting. I don't know if I've wore this one for a video at all.
I don't know.
This
We'll
is
see.
available at redbubble.com, Toys for Games. But it's the fitting shirt for me,
Sure. Woo!
This is the you're losing money, not buying it shirt.
That's fantastic.
So
I love it.
ready to go for that.
As you can see, I'm wearing my Hufflepuff sweatshirt. Matt, you are smiling from ear to ear every time I don this sucker. 'Cause that means
Absolutely.
I know what Hufflepuff means. It's it had to be done. But on top of that, though, since Jason's showing his shirt.
Nice.
5 out
Nice.
of 5. That's right. 5 out of 5 strawberries. So that's how we do it here. I'm glad you didn't wear your tuxedo shirt. I was worried you were going to and outclass the joint here.
No. There's only one time you wear the tuxedo T-shirt. Once a
Right.
year.
Award shows.
Award shows.
That's it. That's all. Matt, what shirt are you wearing?
I'm going Packers.
It's okay. He could be a fan of losing teams. It's cool.
Whoa. 3 in a row. Come on. Big streak here.
Where do you guys want to start? I know where to start. We have to thank our executive producer, George Torres, as always, for helping us get this far with the Toys for Games cast and the community. So big thank you to George Torres. Big thank you to Devin Lachinsky, the sponsor of the show, who has been a sponsor of the show for many months now. We are hoping to get him on the Joys of Games podcast here possibly next week to talk about PSX. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we have a bunch of other sponsors, which I'm going to have to look up because I forget them all. We have God, I am so bad at this. I'm so unprepared. Look, I walked in tonight thinking I didn't have to do any work.
You had one job, Josh.
I know.
One job.
I know, and I didn't want to do it tonight. Okay. Let's see. We have, of course, Matt Sonnenberg, one of our sponsors, one of our friends, the host of tonight. You can find Matt, of course, on Twitter at SCL Matt. Go over to sclmatt.com or just go to SkylandersCharacterList.com.
As a matter of Matt.com.
As a matter, don't go to that website.
No,
not yet.
none of that.
Not ready. James Holian over in the UK. You can find him on Twitter at Infinity Museum. Michael O'Driscoll. You can find him on Twitter at Amiibo_museum. We have 2 museums sponsoring us. That's pretty high praise for a podcast, I must say so myself. Christopher Long from Long's Toys on Twitter at CLong83. YouTube.com/user/Long's Toys. Who else do we got? Lone Goldfish. Sorry, he's down at the bottom of my page. Evan Parker, Lone Goldfish. You can find him on Twitter at the Lone Goldfish or twitch.tv/the Lone Goldfish. I think we got them all.
It's a solid list.
Solid list. So thank you to all of our sponsors, as always, our executive producer, everybody that supports us on Patreon, everybody in the community, just in general. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everybody out there. That's 100% sure. Jason would have quit 83 episodes ago.
That's very true.
At the very least. So because of you guys, Jason's still here with me, and Matt somehow continues to agree to do these kind of things. So I don't know. Matt, it's your show from here on out. I'm done. I'm turning it over to you. Have fun. Let's do this.
All right. Well, I think it's only fitting after 100 episodes that we kick this thing off right with an email from the one, the only, he's in the chat room, Shopkins Inc.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
Right off the bat.
That's a bad way to start a show.
Oh, there was a worse way. Don't worry. I switched this up a couple of times. But yes, to my number one Shopkins podcasters. Oh, my sweet summer, Josh and Jason. Here we are at the epic 100 episode mark. It seems like just yesterday when you're both fresh-faced podcasters wondering if there would be enough Toys to Life news to sustain a weekly show. Little did you know that there would be, when there would be no Toys to Life news, you would have the global phenomenon known as Shopkins to fall back on. Over the years, we've had Tales of Love, GameStop Girl, Pretzel Girl, whose hearts must still be shattered into a million pieces, as well as my fling with Moose Toys. We've also had Loss, rest in peace, Disney Infinity, and Mystery, the curious case of Thrillipede. And we've even learned some Wisconsin geography along the way. So, from all of us here at Shopville, congratulations, and here's hoping you're heading to 100 more as the crow flies. Which, by the way, is not how you use that phrase. But
18th century call, and they want the phrase back, Matt.
Since we're here for some questions, how many times do you plan on seeing Monster Trucks in theaters January 13th?
As many times as they pay us to go.
I'm going at least once. Like, I have to go. Just like, it's so funny now, like watching people watch the trailers and stuff, and people are like, looks terrible, you know, and how it keeps getting delayed. And there was some article before about like how much money it's projected to lose already, but you got to go at least once.
The fact that this is already a joke on our show and we've talked about it maybe twice is fantastic, but it's that horrible. Like, have you guys seen the trailer for that thing?
Yeah.
It is an abomination. It's so bad. I don't know if I could give them money, Jason. I really don't know if I could do that.
Go buy another movie and sneak in. No one's checking your ticket at that movie.
That's true. Matt, how many times are you going to go? Just out of curiosity.
I'll Redbox it.
It should be straight to Redbox. Let's all be honest.
Should be like an ABC Family movie.
R.I.P.
History is littered with famous rivalries. East Coast versus...
Okay, hold on. There's more than one question in this email?
Yes.
Shopkins Inquirer. We asked for one question here. The rules are not difficult, but okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Yep. I hate to do it, but since you gave me the reins of the show, I did give a special privilege to a few people.
The rules.
They got you on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
History is littered with famous rivalries. East Coast versus West Coast rappers. 1994, Josh Brown versus the striking MLB players. And now we have Shopkins versus Hatchimals for the number one hottest toy of the season.
Ooh, that's gonna be a tight race.
Whose side you got? Remember, there's only one correct answer.
I mean,
here's the thing. I didn't even know about Hatchimals till they came out. You know, they out on video that like the first day it came out, but then they went crazy. But it's like one of those things. Like I just want to try and go get one just to see what's about. Like, but it's one of those toys that like I feel like it's expensive for the hottest toy of the year too.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
My daughter wanted one about 2 months ago. We were in the store and she was like, I want that for Christmas. I'm like, oh, why would you want that? She was like, I saw him on YouTube. And I was like, well, and we're standing there looking at him on the shelf, right? And I was like, no, I don't know. We'll see about that. I totally missed my chance. As far as the correct answer is concerned, if I walk into any store right now, I could buy any Shopkins I want, right?
Sure.
I can't find Hatchimals anywhere. That makes me want them more, but does that make them better? I don't think so. Hence why Skylanders is better than Amiibo.
Fair enough. We'll take it. We need to know, Josh.
Here's the thing. Jason number 2 just said in the chat, if they had a Shopkin inside the egg, I would be in heaven. That's a fair statement.
Or just like a plethora of Shopkins inside, like it just opens up and just Shopkins just spill out.
Yeah.
Josh, have giant spiders replaced rainbow parachutes on your list of number one fears?
No, absolutely not, because I could avoid giant spiders. It's the little spiders that hide in bananas. That's the big problem. Yes, that's where the fear actually lies. The rainbow parachutes, still number one. Horrific.
All right.
Yeah.
Shopkins also wants to know, how many awards am I up for in the Toys for Games Awards? I need to start my campaign as early as possible.
At least 17.
Good to know.
Yeah. We have 12 categories. I don't know how that's going to work.
Pulling like the video game awards where Uncharted was up for like 4 out of the 6 like best performance awards.
Yep. Shopkins is going to be nominated for everything and not win a single one.
He also wants to know, where's my autographed picture of Matt putting on suntan lotion?
It's in the mail.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Matt. That's what
Thanks.
the festive lights are for.
We forgot about that. Happy birthday, Matt.
The birthday lights, yeah.
Also, that picture will be featured in the 2017 Toys for Games calendar. So,
And by feature, we mean the only one.
just month after month,
Like a different color, like hue on it.
every month's a good month to put on suntan lotion when you're from Wisconsin. Vacationing in LA, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna make that picture the thumbnail for this episode. You are the star of the show tonight, Matt.
I am, of course. Finally, during his 2026 presidency, he's going to appoint Atari Alex as the White House press secretary due to his exemplary record of timely communications.
I saw Alex in the chat quickly, and he left. So that's unfortunate. But I did see he got an email in just in time.
Did he?
Oh,
actually, yeah,
there's
he
Alex
did.
in the chat. Yeah,
He's still there.
yeah. Whew. Just in the nick of time, Alex.
All right.
Was that a question or a statement?
This is a statement.
Is that
Is that it for Shopkins Inquirer?
That is it for Shopkins. Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. We can move on. We can move on to the serious questions.
Now, I will say before we go on, I did struggle with a wardrobe choice tonight.
Uh-oh.
This is not the wardrobe choice.
Ooh. Was that a red herring? Please tell me it's a happy birthday Matt shirt.
Oh, jeez.
Say what?
Is it a happy birthday Matt shirt? Oh! What a traitor!
Loud and proud. Loud and proud.
Okay.
Find out who Shopkins Inquirer is?
Shopkins wins life. You cannot find a shirt that for a Skylander shirt that would fit Jason in stores. I don't know where you found the Shopkins one.
Now here's the story. All right. So I was like, I really want to get a Shopkins shirt, right? But I was like, again, where are they going to make one of these?
Right.
So I was looking around, and it's on Redbubble, so I just ordered Redbubble, large, ordered, off we go.
Sure.
But the thing is, on Etsy, you can order custom ones, okay, for like birthdays, and so you can say like your name and then like whatever birthday. And I was this close to emailing and be like Jason, and then like happy like or like 100th episode on the bottom, and I was like, I was telling Amy, I was like, I can't do it. Like, I literally cannot do it. Like, I can't, because you have to email them, and I was like, can't explain this. And like, what if they're like, what the frick is wrong with you? Like, how are you gonna get in some list? So I was like, I said, if it was like a form, like you could sit when you hit submit, but if I had to go like the email on it, I couldn't do it.
You had to be personal with them.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So
it's a very nice shirt though.
Thank you. It's actually super comfy. I'm not gonna lie. And it was like this close to one to like send teases out on Twitter and stuff, but I didn't want to say anything.
Sure, understandable. Apparently, you are on the list now. So
yes. Yeah. Also, Amy is just sent me a Snapchat. She's watching. She might be in the chat.
Okay. Hi, Amy.
So she just sent me a Snapchat because she was waiting for me to show the Shopkins shirt.
Did she jump in before or after GameStop girl / pretzel girl comment?
She's been here the whole time, so
okay, cool, awesome. All right, let's never talk about Shopkins again.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I can't guarantee that, but
okay, of course.
All right. Let's see.
Matt, do you have a method to your madness here when picking the questions?
Yeah, I've gone through them and kind of picked out what I want to do with them.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Do we have an email from Adam Tuttle? Did he get one in?
A full email? I don't. I don't think so.
Okay. At some point, he sent something to me to open live on the show. So I'll let you decide when you want to go to that. He was going to try to email in so there would be some sort of segue to it, but I'm just letting you know now. I mean, probably should have talked about this before the show started, but here we are doing it live.
Yep. That's what happens. We're good at this.
All right. Back to you. You're in charge, my friend.
All right. We're gonna let's see
Adam
here.
says he just sent it.
Give you this here.
Okay.
I think you may be familiar with this picture.
Yes.
Yes, you've seen this picture before.
I have. Pretty sure I tweeted this picture.
Yeah. So you've seen this picture of this spider before.
Yeah.
Which some people have even gone as far as calling a sorting hat spider to tie it into something you love.
Yeah.
But yeah. So our friend Seth wants to know, would you embrace it or kill it with fire?
Can you kill it with fire? I'm not sure that's killable with fire.
It looks a little bit more intense than something that need fire. You need like Harry Potter magic.
Well, he's gonna give you to twist it a little bit for you too.
Okay.
If killing it would end up replacing all of your figures with Shopkins,
Oh crap!
would you still do it?
I mean, is it like just like living in the jungle, like on its own? Like I could avoid it and never have to make contact with it, or like
let's say you found it in your house.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Again, I don't know if you could kill this thing with fire. Also, it looks like a leaf, so everything that I see now, I assume is a spider, and I've just been lighting on fire. So if I get arrested for like arson, for like burning down half the state of Washington, it's this fault.
It's still worth it. So
totally, yeah. I would, I would. If I was able to kill it, I would sacrifice all of my figures to get rid of that thing and never have to see it again.
All right,
True
fair
story.
enough.
Yeah,
it is super creepy though, no matter what.
Yeah, like I don't like that spiders are hiding as other things that don't look like spiders. That's not okay.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Also, I think it was Ken said, "Will it blend?"
You would have to like get too close to touching it to find out. So yeah. No thanks.
Friend Tashmon Dimps would like to know, Jason, what really happened with Flock's Springtime Trigger Happy?
What really happened to it? As what?
This is the question I have. What really happened with Flock's Springtime Trigger Happy?
It's still in Australia. Not my hands.
With the on traps.
If I ever get it though, I'm getting buried with it. Like that's just a fact.
Still hunting for it. All right. Moving on. How are the 2017 TFGAs? That's Toys for Games Awards, but legit award shows have to go by their initials.
That's true.
How are they going to work this year? Perhaps Ambassador of the Year, Matt Sonnenberg, defends his title by defeating Greg Miller in a cage match with help from Jason number 2. And then the entire rest of the show is a memorial montage narrated by Shopkins Inc. because at least Shopkins are still on the market.
Jeez.
Wow. Not holding punches on that one. I would pay to see that cage match. I'll referee that. I don't know how much help Jason number 2 is going to be for you, but
let's be honest. Jason number 2 will be the first one to go down. But we've been so busy talking about this, we haven't even got to the TFGAs yet. But it will definitely be coming post Christmas sometime in January or February. I forget when we did it last year.
Mid-January, because we started up towards January 20th or something. So
yeah, so
it'll be around then. I mean, last episode we talked about a few new categories that were submitted by Sean Doley, I think it was. So
I think that sounds right. Yeah. Didn't you do it for the 1 year anniversary?
Mm-hmm.
Like you had the AMA was 50 and then the 1 year was the awards?
Correct.
So yeah, it would have been right after that.
Yep. So it'll probably be the same thing this year.
I mean, if you have suggestions, be sure to tweet them in, email them us, get in contact with us. Anything you want to see improved or changed, I mean, by all means.
Yeah. I think the biggest change will probably be Vince will not be a part of it this year.
He still might show up. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
I can pull him in anytime. It's like I almost felt like bringing him into this, but
you should have. I miss Vince.
Yeah, I know.
I just feel like he's a busy guy now.
He does. He's got a girlfriend now, so he's
a homeowner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun fact: his new girlfriend apparently used to live across the street from me.
Oh,
who knows?
Interesting.
But first time I was going to meet her.
Wait! It's not Drunk Linda, is it?
No, it's not Drunk Linda.
Okay.
But so the first time we met, we're going to go to Doctor Strange, right?
Okay.
So we go. I go sit down. Doctor Strange. He's like, "Hey, we're on our way. We'll get there." I'm like, "All right, sweet." So they come up, sit down next to me. He's like, "Hey, this is my girlfriend. This is Jason." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, she's like, "Hey, I need to use the bathroom." And Vince's like, "All right, I'll go get popcorn." So they go away, and I sit there. And then like 5 minutes later, Vince comes back with no girlfriend. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, but thought maybe she's taking a while. He's like, she was throwing up and went home. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, she got sick. So she lasted 5 minutes with me before she ran away. So
that's a new record. She just couldn't handle just being in your presence, Jason.
I guess not. So we'll see how tip number 2 goes. She's going to Star Wars tomorrow night.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Are you taking Amy?
Yeah, there's a party of 12 of us going.
Whoa.
Wow.
Rolling deep.
Rolling deep.
That's like half the town.
Right?
You beat me to it.
It was sitting there. I had to. All right.
He recently encountered a loose Disney Infinity Rapunzel figure in the wild, and upon examination was surprised to discover that she was knickerless. Is this just the one, or is this all of them? Normally a bit of extra paint, usually white, will be applied if the figure actually has legs, but seemingly not for this figure. Gotta wonder the thought process during manufacturing. So yeah, I don't know about this one.
Rapunzel?
Rapunzel.
We're gonna do some live reporting here.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Disney Infinity Rapunzel.
Moment of reveal. Here we go. So
wait, hold on. We're still family friendly, right?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
Hard to see.
I'm going with there's no white.
No, just white under the dress. But
okay, yeah, but not on the legs.
Who asked this question?
This would be
the attached one. Oh
no, Alan.
Oh, I don't know that you transitioned into somebody else.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was curious, but
okay.
So yeah, the last question about the Toys for Games Awards was actually from Green Armadillo.
Oh, okay.
And then this one is from Alan.
Okay.
Got it.
We're on the same page now, Matt.
Awesome.
Doing a fine job. Keep it up.
Next question from Emily Smith. My odd question comes, and I was hoping this one was in here soon because you had just brought him up. My odd question comes from going back and listening to the early episodes that I missed.
Oh boy, how early?
In episode 23.
Okay.
You guys are joined by Vince.
Mm-hmm.
During the episode, it's mentioned that Jason and Vince are headed to E3, but not Josh. The next episode is recorded at E3 with all three of you. I feel like I missed something. I know it's not the most thrilling question, but it has been bugging me. How did Josh go from not going to going?
Like that.
Literally in like 48 hours.
So at the time I was writing for Loot Crate, their website, the Daily Crate. I was writing for them. They had promised me that I was going to be getting a media pass to E3 to cover it for them about a week before E3 started. I still didn't have any confirmation that was actually a thing. They were pretty much lying. They did not actually have the media badge like they promised. It was a whole thing. So I didn't want to state that I was going to E3 until I knew that it was actually going to happen. I was trying to minimize the impact of being disappointed, I guess. So at that point, when we recorded that show, I still wasn't sure if I was going or not. Disney Infinity actually put up a thing where you could sign up to get what was the exact name of it, Jason? Do you remember?
It wasn't ambassador, was it?
maybe they had special passes to give away to people that if you were in the LA area, you could attend E3 as like a special guest of Disney Infinity. So I put in for that, and I found out on Thursday night that so the Thursday before E3 that I was approved for it, and maybe it was Friday night actually. And yeah, at that point, I was planning on not even going to E3. So I got approved for it. And Saturday morning, I was emailing my boss saying, hey, can I take a week off of work? I know it's last minute, but I need to go. And I ended up driving down Monday morning and then attending E3 that way because Disney Infinity and the special pass that I got from them. So yeah, that's how it happened. When we recorded the episode before then, I at that point wasn't going to E3. There was still a chance I might be able to get in some way, somehow, but I didn't want to make any promises. And then it happened, and I drove down, and the rest is history. So it was kind of a whirlwind. It was a chaotic weekend trying to get things in order to drive 16 hours down to LA. So I made it happen.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It was a heck of a time.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun. That was the first time actually meeting you. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Met you in the parking garage of the Holiday Inn.
Never forget that.
With our CVS or No, Walgreens.
Walgreens, yeah.
Vice president or whatever it said.
The unofficial sponsor of Toys for Games Cast, Walgreens. Also, Vince refused to carry my bags. I'm still kind of bitter about that, but
Carried my bags.
He did. Yeah. I mean, the unpaid interns have to do something, I guess. In the chat, Brian's asking, how did I find a room? I just stayed with you guys. So
yep.
You and Vince already had your hotel room. You guys were locked in, ready to go. You were already there. So,
and see, Vince did do that though. He did intern and sleep on the floor, and you took the bed.
I tried to fight him on it, and he was very insistent.
He's too nice of a guy.
He is. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the story of how I managed to get to E3 pretty much in the blink of an eye. So, and
Brett's in the chat. So when we met Brett, it's a good trip. Good trip.
Yeah. That's when we were at Disneyland periscoping, opening the Tsum Tsum pins, sitting in Cars Land on a bench, and this guy Brett is in the periscope, and he's like, "Hey, I work for Disney, and my office is like 5 minutes away. Do you guys want to hang out?" Yes, yeah. Brett. Yes, we do. And that's when we wandered into the lobby of the Grand California Hotel.
Yep.
And that's where we thought his office was going to be, because he said the hotel right next to California Adventure, which is that hotel. So we're standing in the lobby, and the security guard, this old guy, he's like 65, 70 years old. He's just like staring at us. And we're kind of staring at him, and he's just staring back. And we have this moment like, oh crap, this is Brett. Like, I don't know how to handle this. I wasn't expecting, I mean, I'm not trying to judge him for his age or anything like this, but I wasn't expecting him to be in the periscope watching us open Tsum Tsum pins. It seemed
not what I guess.
No. So we ended up finding out that we were in the completely wrong hotel. And the rest is history with Brett. So,
yep.
Yeah. Good times.
Moving on then to Jason number 3. Jason Joyce.
I was like,
no,
self-proclaimed.
We could bump him up to 2 for the show.
All right. Jason number 2.
Burn.
My question to you, Josh as a father, and to you, Jason as an uncle, and hell, to you too, Matt, considering it's your birthday. Did you guys ever go through the thought process of or realization that you were no longer buying toys for the kids, but they're really for you? If not, what drew you into Toys to Life?
Boy, I guess I'll start because I am, the father of the show. I started getting Skylanders for my son, who was 6 at the time when Skylanders first came out. That was our thing that we did together. And he was into it for about 3 years. So it was something I was buying them for him, but also for us. He liked going to the store and hunting them down with me. It was a fun thing that we did together. He slowly started to kind of grow out of Skylanders. He was getting into Minecraft and all the games that kids these days play, Skylanders not included. So I still loved it. I loved the Skylanders, and that was still the franchise was still my connection with him, regardless of whether he was into it or not. And then Disney Infinity was coming out, and my daughter, who's younger than him, she was starting to get big into Disney, and I was like, this is like the perfect way to get her into something because she knows these characters, she's watching these movies, she'll be familiar with this. So that kind of acted as Skylanders did with my son. And then Amiibo was like, for me, 100%, like it is just for me. And I did come to the realization that I was buying all of them because I'm a lifelong collector of things. I love collecting stuff. And it was definitely something that was satisfying that itch for me to collect things. But it was something I was able to incorporate with kids, even if I wasn't necessarily getting them for them per se. So yeah, I mean, people in this in this community that are fans of this genre do it for several different reasons. Whether you just like the games, whether you just like the figures, whether you are just buying them for your kids and you could care less about them. It's all like, as long as you're okay with whatever reason it is that you're buying them, that's all that counts. So what about you, Jason?
So I was distracted. Somehow I put the 3 pictures of us in the corner in the YouTube stream. I don't think I was there earlier.
Ooh.
I don't know. Anyways, but yeah. So yeah, obviously I don't have kids, so never an issue with that. There was like different times where like I feel like I need to take like a kid, like when my nephew's with me for some stuff. Like I did that with the Pokemon trading card stuff, like stuff like that, where like they say it's for adults also, but like I want to be like the one adult there. So like I'll take the kids and like Isaac, I'll tell him, I'm like, hey, if you come, give me the Pokemon cards, I'll let you buy a Lego set. He's like, okay, so we go. He gets the Pokemon cards and hands them to me. He's like, let's go look at the Legos. I was like, all right.
I mean, when we were at E3 this year, I mean, we went to McDonald's to buy Happy Meal toys so you could get Skylanders toys out of them. No shame, no kids involved. That was just like, this is 100% for us.
All 3 of us and all 3 of us bought toys.
Yeah.
Special request. I think Jason actually did get a Happy Meal.
That's right. I full blown got Happy Meal, man. Go big and go home.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing around.
I watched that Periscope a couple weeks ago because like Periscope I to see archived ones. It's like so blurry and terrible, but it's great.
So yeah, I mean, some people feel like they are kids' toys. Some people feel like they need to justify them as buying them for the kids in order to buy them for themselves. Just be real with yourself and enjoy. If you enjoy them, go for it. I mean, Jason number 3, he's sitting there playing with Amiibo on a regular basis. Even when his daughter's not around, he's sitting there, making up little fantasies about Ness and Yoshi and Yarn, doing weird things that only Jason number 3 would do with Amiibo. So, have fun.
He finishes up by saying, I say this because it hit me after I got an in-stock alert at my local Toys R Us. I rushed to the shop and frantically snatched handfuls of Disney Infinity blind bags to complete my binder collection. I actually stopped midway through my frenzy and laughed to myself out loud like a crazy person, and then continued to fill my basket.
Sure. Gotta go for it.
He's right there with you.
Also, good. Matt, I just forwarded you another email from Adam Tuttle.
Oh, boy. Okay.
The one that's sending in.
I know.
How many is Tuttle sending in?
Just the one. This is the one that he sent.
Oh, yeah, because I checked it before and there still wasn't anything there. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. It was still coming. Question from the Lone Goldfish.
Evan Parker.
On a scale of Pokemon Go launch to Star Wars Episode 1, how disappointed are you that Collection Crossing isn't live yet?
Oh, jeez. It's just building up the hype, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Last Guardian style.
Yeah. Good things come to those that wait.
We're gonna
Final Fantasy 15 seemed to be a pretty good game, so...
Hey, unless you were waiting for Infinite Arms.
Yeah. So is he saying... Okay, I'm confused about the scale, though. Pokemon Go launch to...
I think it was essentially 10 to 1 because it's how disappointed are you?
Yeah.
I think he went backwards with it.
Okay.
That's how I read it.
I think he was saying that like both were terrible. And that's why he was saying that like you feel bad because you got excited for it and it just went bad.
Was episode 1 really terrible though?
It depends who you ask.
Yeah.
I mean, if you rate it on Jar Jar, yeah.
I used to love Jar Jar, and I did watch it the other day. I'm like, man, he's so freaking annoying. Like, I love him. Oh my gosh.
He was written for the kids, and so if you saw it when you were a kid, you liked it. But all the adults were like, "What? Really? No."
Yeah, I remember episode 2 being my least favorite of the prequel trilogy. So I don't know. Pokemon Go launch, that was the thing. I mean, it didn't work for about 4 weeks, but we all still tried logging in 16 times a day to see if it was going to work. So that was fun.
Now we can log and see if there's anything at my rural spot that's not near a Pokestop, and there still won't be anything there.
Have you got your Santa Claus Pikachu?
Got it tonight at church.
Nice. Nice. Well done. Well done.
Caught Santa at church. Awesome.
That's right. I will say, I was nervous tonight because at game time tonight, the week before we take a couple weeks off for Christmas and New Year's, we play this snowball fight where kids bring in a bunch of crushed up newspapers and then we just chuck them at each other up in the gym, have a giant snowball fight.
Sure.
And then there's always the kids whose dads or stuff like that wrap them in tape so it's like a solid thing. And we run around stuff like that and always someone says like, hit blah, blah, blah. Everybody hit blah, blah, blah. When someone's like, hit Mr. Jason. And so some of the leaders were throwing it. Someone's hit me square in the eye with a taped up thing. I was for sure I was going to be a black and blue mark. I don't see it yet, but pretty sure I'm going to wake up tomorrow with a black and blue ring around my eye. And I have to explain to people it's from a paper snowball, and no one's going to believe me.
Throw some steak on it. You'll be fine.
That's right.
Paper snowball. Don't you guys have enough snow around there? You could use actual snow.
It snowed up at State College the other day, but it hasn't snowed here yet.
Oh, wow. We got about 1/8 of an inch today.
Oh, look at that. Might snow Friday, Saturday. So 1 to 3.
I win. We have like 6 inches.
I'm jealous.
Well, that's because you live in Canada, so.
Don't you know, Derry? Guadalupe.
What's up, Guadalupe?
She finished school and now has 1 semester left before I graduate. So I'm almost to that point where I think about the future. And because Josh has a big family and Jason is the ladies' man, I wanted to ask you if you have some tips to balance video games, toys to life, family, and responsibilities.
I don't have time to play video games, so that's the first to go. Also, don't sleep. If you do want to play video games late at night when the family is in bed and the work is done, the podcasting is over and edited and uploaded for everybody to listen to, it's either Netflix or play video games. And depending on how tired I am, video games may be very difficult to achieve because it does actually take some focus and concentration, which late at night doesn't always happen. So Jason, I think, will attest to this. Like, video games usually is like the first thing to get cut from the schedule, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's basically you got to figure out when you can do it the best you can, but it's hard. Definitely, it's hard. But yeah, I mean, working in the schedule, but it's like you said, it's harder because it's not so much relaxing anymore. You know, like a lot of games you're so into or stuff like that. So I don't feel like I'm relaxing when doing it. So I'm super stressed. I'm like, it's rather binge 20 episodes on Netflix than sit there and try and play a game. So
yeah. I mean, it's all priorities. Like, you have to know what's a priority to you in your life. If you have a family, that should be priority, high up there. But like, do what's best for you and your lifestyle. Like, make it work. Don't try to sacrifice too many things that make you happy. I think a lot of people get caught up in that, where they feel like they have to sacrifice everything that they're into for the sake of their family and their job and everything like that. And that will wear you down even quicker than you would imagine. So you do have to take that time for you. Like, you need to have me time, and what you do with that time is completely up to you. But it should be something that makes you happy, that helps you relax, that kind of lets you escape a little bit. Super important. Finding a balance is tough. Unless you're Matt and you can just sit at home all day and gather up 864 platinum trophies on his PlayStation 4 and call it a day.
That's not quite my platinum trophy number. It might be my gold brick total, but
it's close.
Brett made a good point about the Nintendo Switch. Like, I am kind of excited about that possibility, because same thing, like, I'll get in the mood to play video games, and like I just can't do like I can only do it like a couple minutes at a time kind of thing. But it would be nice to play on TV for 20, 30 minutes, and then like, all right, I need to go lay down, just de-dock it, go to the bedroom and play that for for a couple minutes and then go to bed. But
yeah, finding balance. That's what it's about.
Yep.
All right, Matt.
You're right.
I mean, when you have a wife building you shelves and backdrops for videos and everything like that, I mean,
when do you find time to play video games? Yes. One more question before we take another sort of break, if you will.
All right.
I believe I'm hoping Lauren's still in the chat. I saw her in there earlier, so
hi, Lauren.
She's still around, because this question is actually from Atari Alex.
Okay.
But if Josh, Jason number 1, Matt, Lauren, and Shopkins Inquirer were Power Rangers, what colors would they be, and what would their Zords look like?
Okay, so who are the 5? I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. I saw Amy in the chat room now and totally got distracted. So everybody say hi to Amy in the chat. Hi, Amy. Okay.
The 5 would be yourself,
mm-hmm.
Josh, Jason number 1,
okay,
Matt,
okay,
Lauren,
mm-hmm.
and Shopkins Inquirer.
Okay, gotcha. We have to include them. I would probably fight Lauren for the pink. I know Lauren would be all about going the pink route, but I enjoy wearing pink quite a bit, so I might fight her for that. I'd probably lose because Lauren's tough, but I would definitely try. Man, how many Power Rangers are there? There's like
7, I think, right?
I don't know. There's a lot of colors.
There's red, yellow, pink, blue, green, black, and white.
Oh, that's
well, I mean, there's the 5 original. I mean, if you want to count.
Wasn't Tommy like 3 of them, though?
Yes. Tommy has been red, green, and white at one time or another.
And I don't know, Jason, I'll divert this to you.
Yeah, so we're saying original 1, so we got Lawrence getting pink. Josh, you're getting yellow.
All right.
Why? I don't know.
Oh, that's why.
Let's see. Blue. Man.
I feel like you have to be red.
All right, that's fair. Shopkins Inc., I'll say, is green. Can I include green? Is green saying that's the original 1?
Yeah.
All right. Shopkins Inc. is green because he's making all the money. So
sure.
Green's money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So who do we have left?
Matt
is black. Is that the one we have left?
Or white.
Or white? Matt is black and white. Because
or blue.
Did we say blue? Oh, we didn't say blue.
No.
Matt, you can be blue because Shopkins or Skylanders are blue. That's a hard question.
Jason number 3 in the chat says, "Can I be Alpha 5?" Sure.
No doubt.
Yes. Yeah, that's tough. I wish I knew more about Power Rangers. It's been a long time.
Correction in the chat. Tommy's been 4 colors: red, green, white, and black.
He's been black also.
When was he black?
I don't know. That's what someone says.
Wow.
That must be way past my time.
Good old Tommy. Tommy's like the Johnny Depp of Power Rangers. He takes on every role he possibly can.
Fine, I'll do it.
All right. Like I said, we're going to take a short break from our standard questions and move on to
a musical interlude.
No.
Oh.
It's going to take a little more effort, though.
Okay.
Got a very nice email of duality from Hero and Dark TJ.
Okay.
So, question number 1 from Hero TJ.
Okay.
Many, including the honorable hosts of the Amazing Toys for Games cast, have criticized Amiibo for not doing anything. Do you believe that perhaps if the functionality was limited to Smash Bros. And that their overall gameplay value would be seen as in a more favorable light? They are the only figures in the Toys to Life genre with compatibility outside of a single series of games. Few denied the robust Amiibo support provided by Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. Amiibo in no way serve as a paywall to block access to content, but at the same time, for Smash fans, they provide a whole new dimension to the gaming experience. By extending functionality in a lesser capacity to other titles, did Nintendo actually diminish the perceived value of Amiibo as Toys to Life products?
I just think an argument, like, if you seriously sat down and like asked someone if Amiibo is Toys to Life, I really don't think anyone can actually make that argument. Yeah. So I don't think, like I said, what we've talked before, I don't think that was necessarily their goal. When they're just getting put in the Toys to Life category because there is no category for what they have. It's easy to just put them in there. So I don't think they diminished anything by any means. I think it was beyond smart to start with the Smash, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they diminished it.
I think they made it clear from the start that they wanted to do something different with the Toys to Life genre. They didn't want to make the toys a necessity for things. They wanted them to be add-on bonuses for games you were already playing. They made that messaging pretty clear from the start. So I don't know if it's diminished the value of them, but I definitely think that people still expected them to do more as far as the bonuses were concerned, instead of like, here's a couple rupees for tapping this into this game, or anything like that. Like, they wanted just a little bit more compatibility with the games they were playing. They wanted to feel like their purchases were justified and rewarded, other than just kind of shoehorned into games to make them feel like they were part of it. So they've been walking this fine line from the beginning. So, but that was a choice all along. Like, they didn't, like I said, they didn't devalue their product by going that route. They just didn't know how to correctly market it, I think.
Yeah.
All right. On to question.
Also, hold on. You want to know the best thing about Amiibo? Using them for custom figures like this. Look at that peach dress. Look how good that peach dress makes Minnie Mouse look. Amazing. This is from the talented Gone to Chris, of course. Look at that. Best thing about Amiibo. True story. Continue, Matt.
All right. Question number 2. This one is from Dark TJ.
Matt. We don't have workers con here.
Dark TJ says, Let's be honest. Amiibo are the only Toys to Life figures that could conceivably be supported forever. Even the lamest reward in the worst game is more than anyone will be getting from Disney Infinite here on out. With how crappy Skylanders and Disney Infinite are, how obnoxious and time-consuming the physical building process is for LEGO Dimensions, not to mention portal management, misplaced accessories, and pieces that just straight up forget they're supposed to have NFC chips. Is it safe to say that Amiibo are hands down the king of the Toys to Life genre, or is anyone who thinks otherwise simply lacking my keen-edged insight, steel-trap mind, and iron will and dangerously good looks?
Okay, one. Where the heck did that come from?
Matt, you've been holding that on us this whole time.
We could have been using this for an intro voice or all kinds of stuff.
It's the first I've heard from Dark TJ.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so one, I didn't hear the first half of that question because I was just processing so much.
I think the overall gist is Amiibo is the best because they work. I would argue that you would have to actually remember to use them in a game for you to know that they actually work, and I don't know a lot of people do. So there's that. Look, I love Amiibo. I love every Amiibo that I have. I love the figures. I love the Nintendo. I just don't use them in games. I really don't, and I don't think many people do. And it's fine. They're great little collectibles, but we don't need to keep having this argument about them being great Toys to Life because they're not, as far as that is concerned.
Principle is great, execution is poor.
Yeah. And Jason number 3 just said they look good on a shelf too. So, I mean, that's the best part of them is like out of all the figures, like I still like to have them up and displayed like proudly because they do look so awesome. So, you know, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but we have to be real about the fact that they don't add as much gameplay as other Toys to Life figures.
All right. Question number 3, also from Dark TJ. What will come first? The official death of Skylanders or the official birth of Collection Crossing?
Death of Skylanders.
Probably. It's probably true. Unless Matt's going to announce the launch of Collector's Crossing here on this episode.
I believe I first announced Collection Crossing on your last episode.
Yeah. Now's the time, Matt. Here's your platform.
Question number 4 from Hero TJ. With the passing of Disney Infinity and the rumored cancellation of Skylanders, Amiibo may be the sole survivor of the Toys for Games cast's humble origins. The genre obviously still has legs with the inclusion of LEGO Dimensions and other promising projects on the horizon like Lightseekers. That said, is the Toys to Life genre thriving, or do you see it in decline? What does the future hold for the Toys for Games podcast?
The genre is declining.
Yeah.
But I think also evolving. Because of Beast Balance, Lightseekers, all these other companies that are trying to take what's already worked and adapt it to something new. I think there is still room for evolution of the genre. I don't think even in a year or two it's going to look like it did when we started the show. Not even close. What does that mean for the show? We're going to ride it out as long as we can. Until there's absolutely nothing else to talk about, we'll keep figuring something out. Even if we have to turn into like a college football podcast, we'll do that.
Celebrate with it.
Yeah, of course the genre's on the decline, and I think like going back to episode 1, we talked about how this is a bubble and it is going to pop. We saw it firsthand with Disney Infinity. We are on the cusp of that with Skylanders. We have no idea what Nintendo's plans are for Amiibo past, their functionality in the new Zelda game. And then LEGO Dimensions, like, they're moving on strong, but is there going to be enough sales to support them long term? Are we going to get a new LEGO Dimensions game? that's something that's a real possibility of not happening at this point. If they don't sell like they expect to, we may just see just add-ons until they're just done with it. I don't know how far along they are in the development of a new game, but I would be worried about it a little bit. So,
yeah, I mean, like we've said all along, 2015 is going to be the gold year for Toys of Life. Like, it wasn't going to get any better in 2015. So, that was the peak. So we'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to go away, but all these people think there's more to take advantage of it, but it's definitely going to have to evolve because the old method of just cramming stuff out there and letting people buy it all is not going to work very much longer.
Right. Also, we just got a tweet from Moose Toys, I think.
What?
I'm trying to pull that up here while Matt gets back into Dark TJ voice, I'm sure.
Well, Dark TJ can't go away without having the last word, so.
I do it.
What's with all the controversy over whether Jason Inquires or Amiibo Jason are number one, when it's super obvious that both of you are steaming pile number two?
Jeez!
Wow! Shots fired. I think he just lost his exclusive contract with Nintendo Wire.
Let's remember, Dark TJ is always the number 2 TJ. So,
wow. Also, TJ, let's not forget who made you, buddy. So, just saying. Nice cup. Matt.
Yes.
Next up. Also, okay. The tweet from Moose Toys is just a GIF of a girl talking on a hamburger phone and like closing it together and I'm just going to retweet it and just leave it there. just going to leave that out there. Okay, Moose Toys.
Shout out to Moose Toys.
All right. I think we're going to give my voice a little break and jump over to Adam Tuttle's section.
All right.
Unfortunately, I can't fit it in here smoothly because he was hoping for there to be some sort of Beast of Balance section, which I do not have for you.
Well, we just kind of did. I just mentioned the evolution of the genre.
Perfect.
See, look at that segue.
Segue!
Josh, I believe you can go up and open up your package.
Okay. Now, Jason, you were supposed to get one. Apparently, even though he lives roughly 60 miles from you, they were unable to deliver it until Friday.
Oh, jeez.
Even though he overnighted this to me and it got all the way across the country in a day, finding your house was a little difficult. So I have a box here from Adam Tuttle, friend of the show. It's a nice little box with a Beast of Balance sticker on it. This box came from the Beast of Balance game. So just open it, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Live unboxing.
Dun dun dun.
What is it?
The Beast of Balance box.
It is a baggie with something squishy in it.
It's a prototype, he says.
Looks like a pin cushion. And it is a plush jellyfish.
Yeah!
So awesome. Oh, and it has a little reader chip on it.
It's from that Do Yourself kit, I guess.
Yeah. This is actually a plush jellyfish to be used in Beast of Balance.
Yes.
This is amazing. It's like a beanbag is what it feels like. This is so fantastic. Oh my god, I love this so much. I want to go play Beast of Balance right now. It's going to be so easy to stack, I think.
Bam! We just got a jellyfish in the game.
Yeah. We made it happen with Adam's help.
I was going to say, tweet that out to Beast of Balance.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely going out. So thank you, Adam. Jason, I assume you are getting the same thing, I imagine? I don't know.
Since Adam said scan it, unlocks a new menu.
A new menu, huh? Interesting. Yeah, I love this so much. I can't wait to use this in the game. So thank you, Adam. This is fantastic. I love this so much. I'm going to tweet them right now and make this happen. So Matt, continue while I social media it up for a second.
All right.
Okay.
So what TV shows are you currently binge watching? I need Netflix recommendations for winter, says Jeff Grimes.
Yeah, so I am trying to get into currently Project White Rabbit or White Rabbit Project on Netflix. 3 people from Mythbusters. Not liking it.
It's missing something, isn't it?
It's missing. I don't think they know what it is. Like,
yeah.
I don't feel like there's a core to it yet. It's not science. It's not really history. I don't feel like I'm learning anything. So I don't know
because I don't know what it is. How would you describe the show?
They have like the first episode was they're trying to figure out.
Hold on. It's the 3 people from Mythbusters that
not Jamie and Adam.
Yeah, not Jamie and Adam, but the other 3. Grant, Carrie, and what's the third name?
I forget.
Anyway, the 3 that were like that would always do their little side projects off on their own. They have now spun off and started this show of just themselves doing similar things that they were doing on Mythbusters, except it's an entire episode of what they were doing.
But not.
Right.
Because like they did like a superhero episode and it was like, okay, this would be cool. And they're seeing like which one was the most realistic. And it's like, okay, this would be, what's the thing? So they did like a mind control and they did some experiments, show stuff like that. I'm like, okay, it's cool. They did electric shooting and it was like, that was cool. But then they did like a freeze one. And it was just like, they just hooked up liquid nitrogen to a thing and sprayed it. It was like, oh, look, it looks best when it's cold outside. Oh, okay. I forget what some of the other ones were, but it was like a bunch of this weird, flying. And again, I was just showing like the cool, like flying. And I was like, that was okay. And then the second episode was like the great escapes. And they're comparing like the greatest escapes around. And there's like criteria and they judge it. And it's like it's real, like the criteria is real bad. And like the voting, I was like, I don't agree with any of like their scoring methods and stuff. And again, it was like really random ones. Like there's ones I know were definitely greater escapes than the ones that they chose. It's just really odd. Like I don't think they know what it is. And there's like I said, there's no science behind it except for the first one. There's no experiments. There's no like scientific method. And it's like not really a huge history lesson. I say it's weird. It's weird. I wish I could like it, but I can't.
It's kind of like just them having fun with different things, but like Jason said, like they don't have an angle yet. They don't have a direction at all. It's just them building stuff and kind of having fun with it. But
yeah. But then beyond that, watching Fuller House here soon once Amy gets home. So excited to start season 2. Number 1 show I'm watching right now is talk about it all the time. Designated Survivor on ABC. Fantastic show. So highly recommend that. Otherwise, just watching Modern Family and The Middle currently, and catching back up on Impractical Jokers.
I watched the first
Grand Tour. Watching that still on Amazon.
Okay, I watched the first episode of Fuller House of this new season. Plot twist. No, I'm not gonna tell you. But it definitely doesn't start out the way I expected it to. But there's still a lot of good characters going on in there. I finally started watching Black Mirror. And I didn't realize there were already 3 or 4 seasons of it. Even though there's like
a regular show and then Netflix bought it and did the 4th season or whatever.
Oh, okay. But there's like only like 4 episodes or something in each season.
Oh, I didn't know that angle.
Yeah, very small, short seasons. But the shows are fascinating. Really enjoying it for its weirdness. So, other than that, I watch a lot of stupid movies. That's it.
24 Legacy. Get ready to watch that. So if you haven't watched 24, binge on that. It's fantastic. Recommendation for 24: watch like the first episode and then like into the next episode, so you're halfway through. Then stop somewhere like halfway through that episode, and then do that for all your continuing episodes. Always stop at a half episode because if you get to the end it's basically the first 5 minutes are chaos, and then it's like just nothing, and then the last like 10 minutes is chaos. So as soon as you finish that episode, you're gonna want to start the next episode. So get to a lull in that episode, then you can stop and go to bed. Otherwise, you're going forever. You're not going to bed till 3 a.m.
Sounds like you're talking from personal experience, Jason.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
We BDK would like to know: do you brush your teeth after every meal?
Every meal? No.
Every meal?
No.
Not a chance.
No.
Are
you supposed to?
You're supposed to 3 times a day, so you're technically supposed to do it in the morning, like after lunch or dinner, I guess.
What if you only eat like one meal?
Well, that's probably not good for you either.
Yeah, probably not.
I heard something like there's some apparently diet fad right now where you eat a bunch and then you don't eat for like 12 to 20 hours or something like that, and then you eat a bunch again, and I'm like, oh, that sounds not healthy at all.
Yeah, I've always heard the best is supposed to be like 6 small meals a day.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Billy DJ Dog, what is your favorite unofficial Imaginator crossover creation? For example, we've seen Batman or He-Man or hipster coffee person.
Matt, you made a fantastic Boba Fett.
Why, thank you.
I really enjoyed that crossover.
I was very happy with that one.
You can find that on SkylandersCharacterList.com, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who just posted in our Facebook group?
I don't know.
Didn't somebody post like yesterday or today?
The Christmas ones?
Yes. Those were good.
I can't remember who did that. We've seen Ratchet and Clank made, right?
Yep.
Okay. Was that you also, Matt?
Those are me, yeah.
Okay. You're the only one that I see make crazy things.
Ricky Mitchell. Oh, that's Moana. Too. And Christmas, yeah. So shout out to Ricky Mitchell. They were pretty good.
Yeah. There's been a lot. There's not quite the sea of options that they promised. So it kind of makes making very detailed custom Skylanders kind of difficult sometimes. But I mean, Matt, you're figuring out how to make it work, at least.
Yeah,
it's all about the coloration, right?
The color is huge for sure.
Yeah.
It usually starts with, it's like, oh, this one part would work perfectly for this person, and then you just make everything else kind of fit.
Yeah.
Did they delete the video today? I heard on Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's because the chirp doesn't work because they had background music playing during the entire chirp.
Like when I was watching it, I'm like,
I'm pretty sure that won't work, and I didn't even try it, and then I looked back later, and everybody's like, it doesn't work, and then they started taking it down. Like they took it down off Facebook first, and then a couple hours later they took it off Twitter, and I think it's still up on Instagram.
Yeah, I think they re-uploaded it, I guess, on Instagram, maybe.
I haven't seen a re-upload yet, but
what a joke.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. Back to you, Matt.
All right. In round 2 here, we're going to start doubling up on some people we've gotten questions from before, but they're worth it. So
go for it. Everybody's worth it.
Back to Tashmon Dimps. What nostalgic property would you love to get a reboot, either in film or on TV?
Transformers.
Aren't they still making movies though?
Oh yeah, but I mean, just like, let's try this again. I mean, we've rebooted Spider-Man 3 times now in the last decade, so I feel like we could give that a shot. I mean, we're getting a Power Rangers reboot.
I was gonna say DuckTales. We're getting that DuckTales one. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. That's a tough one. How about
this is
Masters of the Universe?
There you go. I would say it's not that full. It's a reboot, obviously, because it's canon for everything. Did you see the thing today about the new Pokemon movie coming?
The
20th Pokemon movie coming out is going to be with like original Ash with the original hat and everything.
Okay.
And like on the poster, it has Ho-Oh on it, so like it looks like it's going to be like original kind of stuff. And I'm amped.
Sure, let's go for it. People love their nostalgic Pokemon. I mean,
Best.
it worked for Pokemon Go, so.
Let's talk about that 100 million capture contest or whatever it was, the global event. Like 16,000 or whatever.
They're just like, you know what? This isn't a great idea. Let's just move on. At least they acknowledged it quickly and were just like, let's just bury this.
Could you publicly see what the number was though?
I don't know.
I'm surprised even like if it was that bad. I'm surprised they even said anything. Like just been like, you were close but didn't get it.
Sure, but at least like it's over and people will forget about it now and like not continuously try to bring it up. Like once it's canceled, it's done. People will move on.
Sure,
we live in that kind of society.
Speaking of Pokemon, what is your favorite Pokemon movie?
First one.
Yeah,
only right answer. Ken will agree with it on that one, I'm sure. Ken, you're in the chat room. Let us know. Is there a better one than the first movie? I say no. Jason says no.
Makes anybody cry.
Yeah.
Pikachu's fight each other? Come on now.
That's rough. That's tough to see, man. That's our answer until Ken proves us wrong.
Think also might have been my last VHS I ever bought.
Fair enough. People are saying yes, you could see the number. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oof. Rough. Ken said you had to register online for the global mission, and that was the problem with it. Yep.
Bouncing back to Sean Dully for a few.
Okay.
What franchise that isn't owned by Disney would
each
of you want in Lego Dimensions Year 3?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And what packs or characters would you like playable from those franchises?
All 4 turtles. Obviously the turtle bus, the turtle van needs to happen. I would be okay with the Shredder also, or Bebop and Rocksteady. I'd be okay with those, but I feel like Shredder needs to happen. I like a whole line of turtles. Like I don't want one turtle that turns into all 4 in game. I need all 4 of those suckers. You know, I'm okay with not having Splinter in it. Maybe a Casey Jones would be okay. But I think the vehicle, I think the gadgets would be pretty easy to nail as far as Lego's concerned. So,
ooh, Long's Toys is Dragon Ball Z. Change my answer. Dragon Ball Super starting in like 2 weeks on Toonami. I finally get used to reading subtitles, and I'm on like episode 25, thinking I still have like 8 months to go. And they're like, we're going to dub it out in like a month. I'm like, crap. Dragon Ball Z or Power Rangers would be great. Dragon Ball Z.
Do they have vehicles in Dragon Ball Z?
No, it's called Nimbus that he rides.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Super, he has a farm tractor.
There we go.
But then otherwise, like Power Rangers, would love those. Vehicles for that, obviously.
Hey, E.T. didn't really have a vehicle.
Okay. So the figure wasn't a vehicle, but you use the gadget to call the vehicle, which I think was a creative way of them going around that. I appreciate it.
Did I say just saying, or Shopkins? He said on chat. If I just said just saying and I missed that pun, I'm so pissed. But yeah, for Power Rangers, I want to say like the main villain from the first movie, the red guy, Lord, is it Zed or something like that?
Sure.
But my favorite Power Rangers thing is the guy has all the eyeballs. I don't remember him.
Sure.
Yep.
Creepy.
Yeah. Where's Big Mike when you need him? He'd be dropping some Power Ranger knowledge on his left and right.
Vince too, man.
Yeah.
With the success of Toys to Life, do you see Hasbro creating their own Toys to Life game or possibly appearing in Lego Dimensions? And if so, which Hasbro franchises would you like to see?
I mean, they're probably the next biggest company as far as like toys and properties to possibly want to get into it. I don't know. Skylanders bounces. Will there be, an opening for them, or will they, back out because of it? Hard to say, but I mean, I could totally see Hasbro getting into it one way or the other.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making that Play-Doh thing, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Weren't they one of the ones that had the crappy TV plug-in ones too?
Maybe.
Did
Sure.
Hasbro have any of those?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically they could. Franchises. I mean, gotta start G.I. Joe.
And Transformers, man. Transformers is prime.
Nailed it!
What was the first Toys to Life figure you ever bought or used?
Gil Grunt in the original Skylanders game.
First one I bought. I don't think I bought anything before Disney Infinity, except for Matt. Did the World Cup Skylanders figure come out before Disney Infinity came out? Was that the summer before 1.0?
Well, that was during Swap Force, so it would have been the year Disney Infinity started. But Infinity the game would have come out after. Yeah.
Before.
Because
Infinity came out before that one released.
That was definitely my first Skylander I bought. So then the first one I bought was actually Starter Pack. Obviously cheated. Had to use one of the main. I probably put Sully down.
Probably.
That's the first one I put on.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't go Spyro first. I think I don't know. I don't remember why, but Gil Grunt fascinated me. And then I looked at Stealth Elf and I'm like, not a chance.
Nah.
All right, moving on to a couple more from Atari Alex.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
this is going to be a long one.
No, some of these are going to be rather quick, or should be rather quick. Favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Story / Elf.
Christmas Vacation / Home Alone.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
I don't think it captures the Christmas spirit. I mean, yes, it takes place during Christmas, and I strongly disagree that it captures the Christmas spirit in it.
Fact.
Yeah.
Die Hard, better than every Hallmark Channel movie combined.
I would say yes, but Val might fight you on that.
Bring it.
Also, I think Gremlins.
Dad just told me about the new one with Candace Cameron from Fuller House on Sunday. Apparently, she was like in an olden time, and then her car broke down or something. Went to some gazebo and got transported to modern times and something or other. And like, I was like, "Where's the love story?" Oh, fell in love because her husband didn't die back and thought he did. And I was like, "What the frick are these movies?"
Yeah, they get in the weeds quickly.
I can't. Oh,
I don't know how people like fund those films continuously.
Yeah.
Hallmark
Channel.
What do I know?
They buy the Christmas cards.
It's true.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
Christmas Donkey.
I'm not familiar with that.
Could you sing that for us?
I got this.
Well, Jason's trying to figure that out. Josh,
you got this. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer?
All right.
Is that count? Probably Jingle Bells, actually. To be honest with you. Yeah.
I'll say. Are those speakers? Can you hear me?
Yeah, badly.
I'm not going to actually do it because it's going to mess crap up probably.
Yeah, let's not do that. How about you just sing it? You got the chops.
Does that song? Hold on, I'll play it in here so I can hear.
Pull it up on your phone?
Ding, hee haw, it's Dominic the donkey. Diggity ding, hee haw, it's Christmas donkey.
What is going
on? La 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 la. You never heard
Matt, have you ever heard this?
I think I have actually heard it.
Dude, I'm telling you.
It's an Amish thing, maybe?
No, it's not an Amish thing.
I got no words for that. I'm sorry. I have nothing.
That's your homework for the rest of the night. You have to listen to Dominic Christmas Donkey.
Oh, that's totally what I'm going to be doing as soon as we're done here.
All right. Would you rather join Starfleet or Star Command?
Oil can sucks.
What are we talking about? I
Star
both sound
Command.
familiar, but I'm not sure what's what.
Well,
Is one a Star Trek reference?
What?
What?
What'd
Is
you say?
one a Star Trek reference?
Yes.
Which one?
Starfleet is.
Starfleet. Star Command is Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, yeah, duh. Star Command then.
Duh.
Duh.
Five Guys or Smashburger?
Never had Smashburger.
Five Guys.
Five Guys is pretty good.
It is.
Hey, it's gone to Chris.
Got it,
Ooh,
Kristen?
hi, gone to Chris.
Hey-ho.
She missed when I held up one of her lovely customs. Woo, look at that. Princess Minnie. Anyway. Yeah, Five Guys. For sure. Their Cajun fries. Woo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Although,
They're doing milkshakes now?
are they really?
Yeah, there's one. You can go online. This is the great thing. Since only certain stores are doing it, you can go to store locator and tell you which ones have it and which ones don't.
Okay.
One's like an hour and a half away.
Mm.
Gonna make that trip ASAP.
Is it in the same direction that Amy goes to school?
No,
Oh, of course.
I never checked to see if the ones up at the school have it.
See?
Oh,
You gotta tie in these road trips, man.
gosh.
Save you some driving.
KFC or Popeyes?
KFC. Well, here's the thing.
Ooh.
KFC used to have like the baked in the sauce one, and then they got rid of it. Now they just give you like barbecue sauce packets. Get that crap out of here.
I don't even know when the last time I had KFC was.
I buy a big old. And same thing. They used to be able to buy like a big old bucket of like 64 of them, and now like the max is like 20. Like, okay, this is America. But and I would buy a big tub and watch that's what I would use to watch March Madness with.
Okay.
And now I go and they're like, I want to get like 60 wings, and they're like, how many? I'm like 60, and they're like, it's gonna be like
0.
it's gonna be like 30 minutes. I'm like, that's fine. I just want my 60 wings. And they bring out like all these little containers and stuff, and
Why don't you call me ahead of time?
they won't believe me. They should. It come every year the past 4 years.
You know what the turnover is in those restaurants?
Probably pretty
All
high.
right. TARDIS or the DeLorean?
DeLorean.
DeLorean.
Yeah. I just don't trust things that are bigger than the inside.
Will you ever record another episode of the Collector's Edition?
Jason?
If I had time, I would. We'll do it sometime in January. I
I'm
promise.
going to start doing it with Matt. That's just end of story. Matt has nothing but time, so.
All right.
Actually, Jason, Disney subscription box coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting it.
Come on.
I think I'll
Really?
buy it afterwards because they like never sell out. So if I find one I want, I'll buy it then.
You're gonna get the first one just to see what it's like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving back to Billy DJ Dog. Have you received a 3D printed Imaginator?
No.
Wish.
All right. And
Matt, have you?
not yet. I'm
Okay.
working on it.
Okay.
Rolling blackouts or snowed in? Which is your favorite?
So like no electricity or being snowed in.
Yes.
Snowed in any day of the week, man. I love snow.
For me, snow equates to tough labor and miserable job experience. Whereas if we have no power, there's not a damn thing I could do about that. So I got to go rolling blackouts. Snow, there's always a shovel somewhere.
All
And
right.
I'm probably holding it.
And I think we are going to finish up then with a nice email from the one and only DMU girl.
All right.
DMU girl.
So as you might expect, we have a number of questions here as well.
Okay.
but they're not necessarily all your rapid fire questions you're used to. So
Sure.
take your time.
Okay.
You are trapped on a desert island and can only take one Toys to Life game as your only source of entertainment. Which one would you pick?
Lego Dimensions.
That's kind of where I'm leaning to, although Smash is like screaming at me.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Are we allowed to bring like other stuff for the game or just the game itself?
I would assume probably the figures that go along with it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Associated figures.
Yeah.
Amy's texting me socks, which if you remember a previous Toys for Games episode talked about Amy's terrible joke setup about the what would you bring on Desert Island. Do you remember this?
No.
It was like one item, and then she said she'd bring unlimited socks. I'm like, unlimited is not.
Oh, right.
That's not an answer. Because I was saying if it's just one game, because that's like Lego Dimensions, you can do stuff that has the higher hero, so you can do play a whole bunch of stuff. Disney
Sure.
Infinity, you need to bring multiple different things to get places. So, but yeah, if you have everything, I'll still say Lego Dimensions.
Yeah. Probably.
I feel like I have the most to find and stuff.
Yeah, finding all those gold bricks would take a while. But unfortunately, there's going to get to a point in all of those games, except Disney Infinity, where there wouldn't be anything else to do. Like you would do it all. So then, like Disney Infinity, the toy box mode, you could just sit there and just build stuff. Like Matt, we don't have the time to ever spend getting good at that, right, Jason? But if that's all we had was time, man, we would be master toy box artists.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's tough.
I know we didn't talk about news in this, but I haven't got to talk about it on Twitter much because I'm trying to figure out if I want to write an article on Infinity Inquirer about it or not. But Disney Infinity Gold Edition out. Pretty interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of nice that you can still build forever and ever on that. So maybe like 15 years from now, maybe we can actually build a functioning toy box.
Yeah, there we go.
And by functioning, I mean I could step on a switch and have it do something.
Probably not.
Which Toys to Life game would you live in if you could, and why?
I think still Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, I mean you get to break stuff and build things and
going to all the different worlds and be like, I'm bored here, I'm out.
And you'll die and just pop back up.
Yeah.
And as a follow-up to that then, as I think she figured you would select that, since it has so many dimensions, which Lego Dimensions world would you live in and why?
Like she just like do it.
She knows as well. DC Comics.
So which one would we live in and why?
Yeah.
Yep.
Harry Potter world, man.
There you go.
Oh God, I forget about that.
So good.
See, I'm not allowed to explore that quite yet. So
hey, I gave you the green light on that.
Yeah, hesitantly. I feel like you're just like, cautiously go in. I feel like if I dig around in that, Matt, I'm gonna find some stuff that you're not gonna be pleased about. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
You don't have time for video games.
That's true. That's very true.
If you could take any Lego minifig and make it a Dimensions character, who would you choose?
Banana Guy?
Banana Guy.
Left Shark?
Banana Guy. Left Shark was good.
Yeah. Wasn't Bigfoot in one of the series?
Yep.
Okay. I switched to Bigfoot.
Yeah, I don't know. I Banana Guy would be solid, man. He's the best one. Or one of the pig costume. He was pretty good too.
Or Mickey.
Hot dog guy. Change it. Hot dog guy.
Mickey Mouse
would be good
Stitch.
Too. Still need Chester our cat. Last one I need.
You still don't have that? Wow. Okay.
What is your favorite Lego set? Not necessarily Dimensions. Favorite Lego set?
Oh, this is directly aimed at you, Jason.
Oh boy.
Oh,
oh boy.
He's getting the castle.
Recent.
He's getting the castle.
He's not going to carry that over here. He's going to drop it and he's going to have to. There we go.
Box.
Told you. That's pretty solid. I don't own any in Lego sets that aren't Lego Dimensions.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling us that when you first started with Dimensions, that you've never built a Lego set before.
Nope, not until Dimensions. So that was brand new.
Very excited to do this one though.
Ooh,
Got the Joker-mobile.
very nice, very nice.
And then got the Batmobile. So excited to check that one out too.
Awesome.
Got that with the Toys R Us deal. Double stacked those deals.
Mm.
Right, that's Toys Target, I mean.
Target.
Whereas got the 10% off Target gift cards last week. Then used the 25 off 100 this week. So got them for like 40% off or whatever it was.
I mean, you're saving money. I mean, you're losing money. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
You are.
Adam in the chat asked if I believe in Bigfoot. Yes, I do. In a very weird, optimistic way. I want to think that Bigfoot is out there somewhere. So yeah.
Jason, out of curiosity, have you ever weighed the castle? Do you know how much that weighs?
No, I do not.
I'd be interested in that.
I got
did
to see it in
have-
person when we visited Brett down in Anaheim last month. He took us into his office, and him and his team for work built the castle over a week's period, and that thing's impressive in real life. That thing is awesome, really cool.
Yeah, it's sweet. They I'm trying to look up here. Man, I forget how I get there. There's a way to tell how many pieces I have.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is.
Oh, that cool website you were telling me about.
Yeah. Oh, man, I forget how you get to that spot.
Hundreds of thousands of pieces.
Oh man, I'll find it here.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that that I like. There it is. Currently own 23,000 Lego pieces, not including Dimensions. So that would add a bunch to it too.
Sure,
but
it's a solid collection.
What is the first thing you are going to build in Lego Worlds?
I'm so excited about it. And like, I asked my brother-in-law Michael when he was over there, and I'm like, "You excited about that?" I'm like, "I'm pretty pumped." And he goes, "Yeah, but like, what are we gonna build?" I'm like, "I don't know." I was like, "I'll probably just build a racetrack," but I do not have the creativity mind. So I can only do toy boxes. Well, I can't do Imaginators. You know, I just can't. I can't do it. But I'll probably remake Lego Island, to be dead serious. I'll probably use the extent of my creativity.
Yeah, maybe a giant strawberry kiss from Shopkins.
There you go.
Yeah.
Found it.
Yeah. Look at that custom from friend of the show, Tori.
So good.
What was your favorite toy as a child?
Singular toy?
One toy.
Does video games count?
Rule them
Like,
all.
video game system?
I think that'd be the cheap answer, but
I mean, my
I mean, also, the Game Boy Color, I remember, like, I think I told you the story before, but Toys R Us Big Book, when they used to send stickers, come on, Toys R Us, you got to put the stickers back in your Big Book. Took every single one and just made a giant circle around Game Boy Color. That's all I wanted. That and Pokemon Gold. And Guy and Chris, man, that was the best. I clocked in so many hours, caught in all the unknown guys. Like, oh, so good. Regular toy though, that's a hard one.
I mean, like my NES was like near and dear to my heart, and always will be. Like toy. I was never really touched like an action figure or anything like that.
Sure. I was gonna say I would say my Hot Wheels plural. You know, kind of a single toy, but I mean, I had a bunch of Hot Wheels.
Sure.
Always got mad. I always get hair stuck in the wheels from my sisters. You know, you push them and get wrapped up, and I'd make a big pile and take them to another room and tell them they have to undo the hair out of my wheels.
Naturally. I had a stuffed animal. It was a polar bear named Snowy that I had since I had him before I could remember having him, and I ended up giving that to one of my kids. So, I mean, that thing was always special. I don't know if you consider a stuffed animal a toy, but I mean,
Good.
It's up there. Snowy the polar bear. Legit.
My bear is Mr. Bear because I'm very creative.
Mm.
He had a pocket
Sure.
watch.
Of course he did. Did it work?
No.
Okay.
Let's see. If you could become a Disney character, which would it be and why?
Come on, Josh. Darkwing Duck.
Would you?
Dude, he's freaking awesome.
What about Baymax?
Baymax would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be Hero, though.
That's true. I don't know. That's a tough one. Darkwing Duck's a solid answer. I can't argue with that.
I love Darkwing.
Yeah.
Jason's drug plane has been demoted.
This... One of my favorite toy. Stop conceding. I'm still waiting you to find my drug plane, bud.
Yeah.
That was
He has a new mission.
This past November,
It's
that
going to
would
be a
be-
while.
What? This past November would have been, let's see, 2011. That'd be the 5th year anniversary of me owning my drug plane. Missed out on that anniversary.
I remember when you first told me that story.
Dude, it's one of my favorite stories to tell. It's so funny. I think I'm trying to remember now. Amy will have to correct me in the chat. I think I recently just told her about this a couple months ago. And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, sit back, cause we're about to talk about funny story today. But yeah, what were we just talking about?
No idea.
What was the lead in question?
Drug planes.
Disney character.
Oh.
Disney character. Disney owns multiple things, right? So it could be Disney, Marvel, or Star Wars.
Okay.
If we're going that route.
Sure.
And to tie back to the beginning, Jar Jar Binks. Let's annoy some people.
Iron Man would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a fun life to live.
If you could be a fictional animal as a pet, or if you could have a fictional animal as a pet, for example, from the Harry Potter books, Disney movies, that sort of thing, which would you pick and why?
Bigfoot.
But you said it's real. You can't be fictional and real.
Yeah. Make up your mind. Come on.
Leaving the door open. Gnomes in the garden?
Sure.
Yeah. I was gonna say mandrakes, but they'll scare me.
They'll kill you when they grow up.
That's true. Just learning about hippogriffs. I
Mm.
don't know how I feel about those yet, but that could be a possibility.
That's
What
a
about
hard
you,
one.
Jason? Yeah.
I'm looking around my room trying to get inspiration.
The Jersey Devil.
Oh,
Yeah, I really don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, the first thing that came to my mind, even like fictional, but like all the Dalmatians from 101 Dalmatians, just because I love them, or the Fox and the Hound. But you know, Fox and the Hound's so sad. I don't know if I want to see them. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
What about Trico from The Last Guardian?
see what Shopker just said?
Oh, that's good.
Listen. We don't need a shop or Super Bowl ring to show how good we are.
It's true.
all right.
They did. There was a funny meme on Facebook the other day of some guy was wearing like a Redskins shirt, like a Cowboys jacket, and a Giants hat,
Mhm.
and it said like, oh, he's wearing something from all 4 NFC East teams, and it was showing no, and then pointed to his hand. It said, no, Super Bowl ring is the Eagles part of the outfit.
That's pretty solid. Matt, take us out of this hole.
Well, believe it or not, we actually haven't inquired this question.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Coming in from Sean Dolly.
Okay.
With today being a celebration of Toys to Life and large numbers, I thought this question would be appropriate. How many Lego pieces overall are included in the Lego Dimensions line in its entirety?
Man, I
This
should know
includes
this.
Wave 7.5 sets, the polybags, and all versions of the starter pack.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If I would have put this in brick set like a week ago, I would have known this answer.
So even so 7.5. So even ones that aren't even out yet then.
Yeah.
Just like that matters. See whatever you're guessing.
Shut up. This is totally factoring into my guess.
Okay, well that adds another
What we don't know is that Josh is actually Rain Man.
So both versions of the starter pack. So you got to include Supergirl. Okay, so that's another 2, 3, 4 pieces.
like I don't think do they count a cape as no, I guess they count a cape as a piece.
Sure, why not? You'd have to, right?
They do.
Wow, where do you even start with this? Okay.
1,378.
Way more than 1,000.
I
Way more.
We have guesses going in the chat room too.
Okay. I mean, just the story packs alone are a couple hundred, right? Right, Matt?
Well, yeah, like story packs are like, I don't, two.
They're like 200 to 300.
Yeah, so you
somewhere in there.
Those plus the Batman story pack. I mean, that's close to 1,000 already. All the pieces. It has to be over 5,000. Has to be. I think. Let's see. Long's Toys was 5,496. Brett's coming in at 1,764.
Ken thinks it's under 2.
No way. It's way more than that. There are tons of fun packs.
How many are in a fun pack? Like 75.
Yeah, add all that up. And then you got the buddy packs.
4,326.
And Josh, what do you got?
I still think it's over 5,000. 5,000. Let's see. I have to go under Long's Toys because if he goes over,
$1.
1 brick. 5,101.
Well, if we're using the Price is Right rules, Josh, you win.
Whoa!
Wow.
What was the answer?
5,223.
Dang, Josh. That's impressive.
Wow!
That's pretty impressive.
Rain Man. Counting up all the bricks. I probably forgot a few capes in there, so that's why.
Forgot the bases. You know, the bases count as a piece.
Yeah, and the wands and random accessories that they're all holding. 5,200 and what?
23.
Dang!
That's a solid amount.
Huh. Yeah.
See, the great thing about all this, though, about the Lego pieces, I was talking to discussion with my brother-in-law. I said about keeping Toys to Life figures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if Skylanders gets canceled, it's going to be hard to keep them all around. Put them in buckets, stuff like that. Disney Infinity, I'm going to have to keep like Amiibo. I'll probably keep some, but like the Animal Crossing ones, I don't really feel a connection to those. But like, at the end of the day, doesn't matter if Lego burns up in 100 degrees. You still have Lego pieces, which is great. So,
Right. Lego, the company, isn't going away anytime soon.
Almost went bankrupt like 10 years ago, but
Yeah, but they fixed that.
yeah, they fixed that.
they fixed that real good.
I feel like they're doing okay. Who was that sent that in? Sean Doley?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. That was fun. I usually don't get to participate in the Inquire this segment, so I feel like I should more often now. All right, what's next, Matt?
That's all I got for you.
That's all?
That's it.
Mm.
That was fun.
So yeah, I unless you got something more hidden up your sleeve, we can call it a night whenever you want.
I got nothing. I do want to say, Matt, first of all, thank you for hosting this. We couldn't have done this without you specifically.
It's my pleasure.
You have joined us on many episodes over the past 100, and we appreciate each and every one. And we hope to have you on many more in the future. So thank you for everything that you do for us and the community in general. Jason, thank you, of course, for being the second best co-host a guy could have. It's a tie between Matt and Colin for best co-host, but
thanks, man.
You're pretty solid, Jason. You're pretty solid.
I appreciate that. Long stories it said too. He said about questions from the chat, so I did put it out there in chat if you want to ask a question.
Sure, now would be the time.
But yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. 100 episodes. 100 episodes. Who would have thought?
Honestly, like when we started number 1, there wasn't a chance we were getting to 100.
No, not a chance. Like it's funny because when I talk about it all the time to different people, like it's people say like this, all the things like the fact that I was in the book recently, or the fact that we even got on like the flyer for the piece of balance stuff, everything like all that kind of stuff. It's just crazy to think. It's absolutely crazy to think about. What a ride the community has helped us go on. I'm glad we could take all these people, all the people we've gotten to meet throughout the years. Meet people I'm on first name basis all the time.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I feel like when I talk to people, I talk about people in our community on like a first name basis all the time, forgetting that like they don't know who that person is. Like I was like, oh, like Blank said that the other day. Like, cool. Like, oh, sorry, someone in like it's great. Like I love our community. That's they're close as a friends. Like it's great that I feel like we could go to almost like any city or a couple of different countries and know somebody there and be able to like stay with them, hang out with them, and have a grand old time.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah. Shopkins Acquire asked what the favorite moment of the podcast up till now. We've had a lot of good moments.
There is one moment though.
Okay.
That just defines our entire podcast.
Okay. Probably something I've tried to forget.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Is the time we interviewed a lady.
Oh boy. The missing episode.
Missing episode.
The episode of What We Shall Not Speak Of.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I wish we could share you all the details of that. That's the when Toys for Games is canceled.
The Tell All book will feature a chapter of that.
Of the missing Toys for Games episode.
What? Horribly wrong.
What a month that was. What a month. What a night. What a week.
The lead up to that podcast that got lost was a train wreck, and that should have been sign for us just to back away slowly. Just like.
Let me emphasize this, people. How bad was this episode? There is a sports show out there that has been forever ruined.
I haven't watched it since. I can't.
I used to listen to it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
That was the best part about the Haunted Mansion. When I just went, because it's Nightmare Before the Christmas theme. No, that's gone from it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the Christmas theme. That was gone. I'm like, whoo, boy. Yeah, it's that show is one of these days. I hope like I just randomly find it in like a file somewhere and just maybe just upload it as it was. Just like this is what happened. This is what almost sank us. I've never heard you so checked out of a podcast before.
Long story short, this episode was really bad. Again, we won't talk details. We'll tell who it is later.
Yeah.
But record this thing. Just terrible. This is terrible. I think it probably was going to be our longest podcast without the AMA episode.
Yeah.
I was saying that one, and it was just bad. Like literally, it was just bad. And so everything
It
goes.
took us almost an hour to get to anything Toys to Life related.
Yeah, more than that. I feel like
Yeah,
it was like an hour and a half. So it finally goes and like it's just terrible, right? It's terrible. Next day, get a text message from Josh. Goes, it didn't record, and I was like, what? Like it didn't save. I was like, Josh, I can't do it. I can't do it again, man. I literally cannot do it. And then you like text me and they're like, they said they need to do it again. And blah, blah. I'm like, Josh, I'm sorry, buddy, but like legit, I can't. I literally can't. And so like, you were gonna.
It was the one time you've actually flat out refused to do a show.
Josh, I can't, like just think about that. Like it still stresses me out when I think about it.
Yeah.
Like if I ever meet the person, I can't. Oh.
That was one of the worst texts I've ever had to send you because like there was a little bit of it that was like super good news that this isn't going public and no one will have to hear this. But at the same time, like it was, we have to redo this. We have to make this right. We have to correct this. Like our reputation, like possibly hinges on us not bailing on this and making this right, you know, trying to be as professional about it as possible. And you're just like, I can't do it. And like I said, I would do it by myself if I had to. And I couldn't even do it. I would. We moved on. And
was it just boring? No. It was. I don't even know how to describe it. I really don't know. It was
a train wreck. Like it was. When Jason and I go off topic and we go back and forth with banter, I like to think it's somewhat enjoyable for people to listen to. I like to think that there's some comedic value to it, at least a little bit. This was it was tough for me to follow, and I was the one answering or asking the questions, and I was having a hard time figuring out where to go next because I was trying to lead to something. And it just it didn't go anywhere except just into the mountain.
I'll say my old setup was I had a Turtle Beach headset with a microphone on the side, and it had like 100-foot cord. I went and laid down on my sofa. I was like, I can't do it.
It was exhausting. It was frustrating because we were trying to get to something because there was some value there for people to listen to, and we could not get to it to save our lives. And
but like I said, I don't even want to get into the details of the episode because we do a tell-all, because the interesting about the personality or persona of the person/persons is
multiple
a bajillion times more interesting than the episode itself.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if it was one person or 7. We don't really know still.
There was a team effort. Maybe not physically, but like mentally, there was a team effort going on, and they weren't all on the same page. I should have known it was going to be bad, Jason, when I had to buy credits through Skype to call a cell phone number to be able to record the podcast.
Yeah, that was bad.
That's where it went. So the fact that it never went out there means like we kept our listenership up until now, because that would have ruined us. It would have been the end of it. So
beyond like back on topic as far as favorite moments podcasts, like I love the night when I got to do the Lego leak to you. Yeah, that was fun. We got to do that live. I was thinking the other day, when I nailed the story pack terminology just randomly. I love that moment just because I was like, you know, who would have thought?
Gremlins?
Yeah, I was gonna say you pulled that one out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple stuff where we were right. Just, you know, random stuff, recording just news breaking in the middle of stuff has always been fun.
Ooh, the Captain America bonus episode.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. That was a fun one to record.
Yeah.
Making fun of companies all the time. Making fun of Disney Infinity, who sent out this PR thing so people could get ready to go and never attached a picture of the figure. So we're going to record this episode, like, not knowing if we were actually going to see the figure or not. And then it was, like, there when it came up the next day. Well, it's weird because it wasn't. I remember, like, I was one of the first people to find it, and it got, like, 5,000 retweets on Twitter because they didn't post a picture of it. And I was just like, that like that. Yeah, all my assists and assists, always good fun.
Mhm.
But yeah, having great guests on has been a great time.
Yeah.
But
probably having Lauren on the podcast was probably like one of the highlights because Lauren's phenomenal. I don't know why she insists on trying to record with Jason number 3 a subpar podcast on a bi-monthly schedule. I don't know why she submits herself to that. She's better than that. She deserves better. So probably Lauren, one of the highlights.
Here's the thing. They record like these mini casts now. Like, are they part of a full cast? Is there a full cast? Is there a schedule? Like, a mini of what?
One of our best guests, Gone to Chris, of course. Back before she completely blew up and took the internet by storm. So she was rad to talk to.
When we
lots of great guests.
When we interviewed Mighty Giants Lauren, and she was like feeding her dogs like outside, like wirelessly.
That was fun. Patrick Klepek on right after Disney Infinity got canceled.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's when we first learned about Spider-Gwen. Jason says our 100th episode celebration kicks off in January 2024. Greg Miller, of course, who we've had on the show several times. Brian Altano. Brandon Jones.
Yep.
From Easy Allies. Rob from CoinOp TV. We've had him on.
That was when Lego Dimensions Season 2 broke, and I was chatting to everybody. I'm like, so you know, I'm going to be zoning out because like crap is going down.
You warned us ahead of time about that. Who other great guests have we have? Matt Sonnenberg, of course. Fantastic guest, as always.
The special guest. Holds the record for the most number of special guest spots.
Right, yep. Jason number 2 or 3, however you want to reference him. Those were always weird and awkward. Like, he always tried to like come on the show and like act like it was his show. But you know, he realized where the talent lies and why he's Jason number 2. So
that's very true.
Yeah. Who else have we had? I feel like we've had of course Beast of Balance, Toiji, and Light Seekers teams. We've had all of them on the show.
Yep.
Those are always fun.
I will say, other favorite thing, moment. Jason number 2, again, we talk about all the time. Same thing we say about Matt. The only reason we make fun of him all the time is because we love him so much.
Absolutely.
But one of the best Jason number 2 moments was when he like publicly campaigned on Twitter to like become toy was it ambassador or what was
ambassador.
No.
Community leader. Matt, what's your official title?
Yeah, I think it's community leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Jason like done. He's like, this wraps up, and Matt just slowly doesn't think anything. And then like as soon as voting's done, Jason's like, wait, what the frick?
I purposely didn't post on Twitter because I knew Jason followed me on Twitter. So I used like my Facebook account and my email list and all these other things to get votes where he wouldn't see them.
Jason, we don't do recounts in Wisconsin, so sorry. We have not raised enough funds for that sort of campaign. No, like honestly, we do make jokes all the time, and this is the one episode that Jason's actually listening to.
And personal invite. I personally invited him to make sure that him and Lauren would come by because we wanted them here because they mean just as much. I mean, again, they were here from the very beginning, minus what, an episode?
Yeah,
episode 2 or 3. So.
Yeah. So in all reality, I mean, Jason and Lauren from Nintendo Wire are some of our best friends. They are fantastic support for us and our community. We could go to them with anything if we ever needed. They are fantastic people. They run a fantastic website and a fantastic community. That they do their best amongst the salty amiibo fan base out there. They really take a lot of flack, and we're lucky enough to not get that in our community for the most part. But but they do, and Jason takes it extremely well. I know that's hard, but he deserves all the credit in the world. Mainly because of Lauren. I think Lauren helps him quite a bit. She makes him better. Let's be real
helps
here.
him come down. Deep breaths.
He would be a raging maniac if it wasn't for Lauren. So we love both of them. We love their entire team. Seth Hay, who was instrumental in getting our website and logo and everything like that, who is a big part of Gonda Chris and doing the box art for all of her customs and doing the websites for Jason and Lauren. Like it's we've met so many amazing people that are now doing amazing things. Like we made a joke about TJ, and that was because he emailed us out of nowhere and wanted us to be like on his YouTube show. And he had been trying, like, this is a real story. Like, I'm not trying to throw Jason under the bus here, Jason number 2, but he had been trying to get a hold of Jason number 2 to do this. And Jason kind of big timed him a little bit. To be fair, like, this was at the height of Amiibo hype and madness. So I'm sure it was hard for Jason to suss out what was legit and what wasn't. So, TJ reached out to us. We were more than happy to do some awesome things with him and what he was doing on his channel. But like, when we met Jason, we're like, hey, we have like this guy who's doing cool things and he's trying to get a hold of you. Like, please just reach out to him and talk to him and see what he wants. And Jason has been able to do so much as far as helping promote TJ and what he's doing on his YouTube channel. He's helped Gonda Chris get to where she's at. I mean, she's so talented. Gonda, I know you're listening and you're probably blushing, but like, you are a phenomenal artist and do amazing things. And this community has rallied behind the likes of you and Kick Ash and the Game Changers and so Evelos and all these fantastic artists have found this platform to showcase your work because of Toys to Life and because of these stupid things that we talk about on a weekly basis. It's just, and that's just like a small part of the amazing people that we have met and been able to just work with in small ways. Hanging out with Greg Miller at PAX, and like he came on our panel, like our stupid little panel, like he wanted to be a part of it to talk Lego Dimensions. Like he got elbow dropped and broke ribs and still managed to hobble his way to do a panel with us when he could barely breathe. Like I was sitting next to him and he could barely breathe, and he still sat there for an hour and did a panel with us and greeted every single person that came by to see the panel and say hi to him. Like, just an amazing person. And of course we can't forget Big Kev Dog, the backbone of Kind of Funny for sure. But I mean, just like all these little communities that are just all over the place that we've been able to be a part of and that we consider part of our community, because our community is it's very expansive. We rope in the Skylanders community. We have the Amiibo community. We have the Nintendo community. We have the Lego Dimensions community. We have, parts of Kind of Funny. Like, we have all these different subgroups of fans of different things that, we have our doors open to. And we're just like, this is just a happy place. This is a safe place. This is where you can, forget about real world problems. We never try to get political or talk about real world issues that are depressing and hard to deal with, because we've always wanted this to be an escape. I mean, we're talking about little plastic figurines and video games, and that there's a sense of childhood and nostalgia that goes along with that, and we've never wanted this to be anything but a safe place for people, not just adults, for kids. We decided before we recorded episode 1, this was going to be family friendly going forward, 100%. And, we've heard tons of people that listen to this show with kids in the car or at home with their kids. And we're never going to change that. Like, we want this to be a safe and happy place for anybody that wants to come by and listen to us or watch content or play games or dig into leaks or anything like that. Like this is for you guys out there, I guess is what I'm ultimately saying. Like this community, we didn't make this community. You guys made this community. We started a podcast and never. I shouldn't be reading the chat right now. We started a stupid podcast and you guys came along because there was something that we were offering that you guys were looking for. And if we're still able to provide that for you, we couldn't be more honored to have you part of this community, because you guys are the backbone of Toys for Games, 100%. We wouldn't be here 100 episodes if it wasn't for everybody out there, whether you listen to the show on a regular basis or drop in every once in a while, like Jason number 2. You're all welcome, always welcomed, and this is for you guys. So,
yep, it's good, fun journey so far. 100 episodes in, never would have guessed, but yeah. So thank you all. Yeah, it's been a super fun time.
It has been. Matt, do you have anything?
I'm good.
Yeah. Matt, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Fun story. You shared a birthday with my nephew Hunter, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Weird. He shared a birthday with my daughter a couple months ago. So
that's
fascinating.
All the same thing.
Anymore, Matt. So thank you everybody for watching. If you weren't able to catch this live and you're listening to this on iTunes or wherever podcasts are sold, we had a lot of fun, as you could tell. Wish you could have watched and been a part of the chat room, because it was fantastic. It'll be archived on YouTube. You can go check it out. So it's been a lot of fun. Matt, again, thank you for hosting. Please, everybody, go to Twitter and follow Matt. At SCL Matt, or As a Matter of Matt. You can go to his website, sclmatt.com, or just go to SkylandersCharacterList.com if you're looking for your Skylanders fix. Everything you need to know is over there. Jason, where can people find you at, my friend?
Yeah, you can always follow me personally on Twitter.com /Jason Inquires. You can always head to all the Toys Life centric accounts, Brick Inquirer, Skylanders Inquirer, and all the fun jazz like that. So be sure to head to Twitter.com, Jason Inquires, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the fun jazz.
Also featured in books.
Did
I tell you I bought the book?
No.
Yeah, I have it sitting on my kitchen table.
I was tempted to almost buy a bunch of copies and give them out as Christmas gifts. Like that's all I was gonna give people. And, like signed copies to my parents.
Right.
Book.
When I got it, I was like, man, which page was it on? And like I'm like flipping through it. Well, I was flipping through it, and Val looks over. She goes, "It's page 18." How did you remember that? She was like, he was talking about how he made his mom turn it to page 18. So Val pays attention to you more than I do. So
I appreciate
big shout out to her. You can find me personally on Twitter at The Noise. Be sure to follow the show on Twitter at toysforgames.com. You could email us back to the regular email now. Podcast at toysforgames.com. Jason, we're getting some emails about our hypothetical features coming in.
Yeah,
I have read them. It's going to be something else, my friend.
Yeah, I was gonna make sure about that. Make sure if you want to come up with your theory again for what Josh and I have in our future, include Matt if you like, or whoever else in our community, about what's going to happen in the next 10, 20 years or where we're going to be. Submit it in. What's the email address?
Podcast at toysforgames.com.
And in the subject line,
hypothetical future.
Yes. And then we'll, at the end of our Toys for Games awards this year, we'll figure out which one we like the most, laugh the most, whatever criteria we choose. And then what did I say? 5 figures? Is that what I said?
5 figures of your choice.
Yeah, 5 figures of your choice. So
as long as they're not like the rare chase variants that cost hundreds of dollars, to anything that Jason could easily find and obtain.
December. So good. I'm mad I didn't see it in front of my face.
Yeah, it was really good. So send in those hypothetical features. We've already gotten a few in. They are hilarious. I can't wait to share them with you and read through them. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Our website, again, designed by the fantastic Seth Hay, is toysforgames.com. Our Facebook group, managed by the wonderful Ken, who's been holding down the chat room the entire show. Thank you, Ken. Facebook.com/groups/toysforgames. And if you'd like to support us in what we do in this crazy, crazy little show that we do, you can do so over at Patreon, patreon.com/toysforgames. I am sending out Christmas cards. I'm going to be doing that the rest of the night, signing Christmas cards to our fellow patrons. So thank you all for that. This has been a fun show. 100 episodes. I don't know how we go back to a normal show next week for episode 101. We're going to try, though. We're going to do our best.
Indeed.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. If you weren't able to watch live, it's been fun. But until next time, happy hunting, collectors.
I would say, Josh, before we go,
Mm-hmm. Are you going to propose?
No.
Oh.
Funny because I actually called Amy about that today. I was like, "Would it have been funny if she was here and like I plugged in a proposal question as a question?" It would have been pretty funny. But I think it's time. After 100 episodes to reveal who Shopkins Inc. is.
No.
Shopkins Inc. is none other than